Tenderness is the key in our following story. A lot of sugar for this sweet encounter between birds and human beings. Thousands of kilometers away from the harpy eagle's nest, in Puerto Jofre, on the shores of the Paraguay River, Doña Maria sweetens the lives of the sweet-toothed hummingbirds. A woman and an ecologist, in this manner she fills her garden with happiness and paixariños, as she calls them. This woman likes birds and attracts them to her home with kindness and understanding. Her garden is a refuge, an oasis in the cruel desert of the bird hunters, and the birds are ever so grateful. In Brazil, many people like herself do not know what it is like to feed a pigeon, but do know what it's like to feed hummingbirds, the identity of the tropics. Besides enjoying this friendly story, it also permits us to get close to surprising behaviors. For example, observe this hummingbird. It feeds on nectar, as do all the members of its family, and that's why it goes up to the artificial flower that Doña Maria has sprinkled with water and sugar. But something is going to make it change its diet today. The ants are attracted by the sweet temptation and get dangerously close to the nest. This will force this nectar-eating bird to devour ants in flight, more in defense of its chicks than as an entree. Its nest is the size of a liqueur glass and is built with saliva and spiderweb. Hummingbirds have very big salivary glands precisely for the building of their homes. The female is the only one responsible for reproduction in all known species. The agility, control, and hyperactivity of these animals attract our attention. Hummingbirds put a lot of heart into their lives, exactly 20% of the total weight of their little bodies. Too much heart, an enormous motor for a minute hyperactive bird. Just to get an idea, in our case, the heart is 0.5% of our weight. In comparison, nothing. The sharp beak is vital for sucking the nectar, but with a tongue inside that completes this sophisticated instrument. The tongue of this specimen is 4 centimeters long and acts like a precise hydraulic pump. A hummingbird can suck nectar non-stop for 16 hours a day, filling its crop with food that would be like a human being eating 50 kilograms of bread. What happens is that its metabolism transforms all that excess into energy, the fuel needed to move the turbo of its wings. How they move. This male of the Califlux genus reaches 80 beats per second, and the sound it produces in flight is characteristic. Accordingly, a mosquito moves its wings 500 times in the same period. That's why the buzz it produces is fine and bothersome. There are people in Brazil who can distinguish the types of hummingbirds by the buzzes and sifting they produce. Each specimen, a sound, a cylinder capacity, another of Mother Earth's murmurs from the air.